City of Ashes is the second installment in the Mortal Instrument series, a young adult urban fantasy series set in New York written by Cassandra Clare. The novel was one of YALSA's top 10 teen books for 2009. Plot: Jocelyn has not woken up yet, so Clary is now living at Luke's house. Her emotions are further tangled when Simon kisses her and starts calling her his girlfriend. Jake has been exiled from the Institute under suspicions of being a spy for Valentine. He heads to a bar, Hunter's Moon, having nowhere to live now, only to discover that a child was slain nearby and that the pack wants his help. Jake refuses to help and is attacked by the pack, only to be saved by Luke. After some prompting by Luke, Jake goes to the Institute to confront Alec and Isabel's mother who had kicked him out, who reveals that the Inquisitor was coming and she was only trying to spare him. Clary returns to the Institute and receives a text message from Isabel. Jake has angered the Inquisitor and has been imprisoned in the Silent City. While sitting in his cell, Jake hears something attacking the Silent Brothers and discovers that Valentine has killed them to get the second mortal instrument, the Mortal Sword. Clary, Isabel, and Alec respond to a distress call from the Silent City, only to discover the slaying of the Silent Brothers. Clary frees Jake using an amplified version of the opening rune, that just crossed her mind, only for the Inquisitor to appear and accuse Jake of going along with Valentine, since Jake was supposed to go on trial by the sword, and now it is gone. Magnus Bane offers to keep Jake as a prisoner in his apartment, where he and the others try to figure out Valentine's potential plans. Jake later receives an offer from the Queen of the Sealy Court, to visit her court. Jake comes with Simon, Isabel and Clary. The group convinces the Queen to help them defeat Valentine, while the Queen says she is still not sure and also mentions how their court knows deep secrets, like how Jake and Clary are their father's wonderful experiments come to life. The group is confused and decides to leave. However, Clary is tricked into consuming fairy food, and is only allowed to leave by kissing, whom she most desires. At first Simon kisses her unexpectedly, thinking the wanted kiss might be his. However, the kiss does not free Clary and Isabel suggests that the kiss might be from Jake. The three are reluctant at first, what with Clary being Jake's sister. But after Izzy insists that she too would kiss Alec if only to free him, Jake kisses Clary. The kiss suddenly becomes intense and passionate, and afterwards Clary is free, proving that Jake's kiss is the one she most desires. This hurts Simon, so he storms off after they return to their realm. Jake and Clary confess their love to each other and Clary immediately regrets it. Jake suggests keeping a secret relationship, to which Clary replies that it would eventually be discovered anyway and is unwilling to lie to their friends and family. Later, Raphael shows up at the Institute with Simon who is on the verge of death. The vampire explains that Simon's small initial intake of vampire blood, before at Hotel Dumont made Simon believe he was turning into a vampire, and went to the Hotel Dumont as Raphael, then getting devoured by vampires, and mixing his blood with theirs. Thus, as the only way left to save him, Simon is buried and transforms into a vampire, which causes a distraught Clary to ignore Jake as a result of her concern over Simon and his new undead status. While discussing how to potentially tell Simon's mother about his vampire transformation with Clary, Maya comes into the house with wounds too severe for Luke to treat. Magnus heals Maya while Luke decides to check outside to see if the demons are still there. Luke is attacked and gets badly injured. Jake, Simon, and Clary battle the demons outside of the house. The demons flee after seeing Clary's rune on her forearm which she got during a dream of her mother blessing her shadow hunter path. They return to the house to rest with the others and end up talking about the remarkably powerful rune Clary used to free Jake earlier. Clary reveals that it was something she just thought of, and everyone opposes her, saying that nobody can simply make up a rune as it is created by angels. Clary is dared to make a new rune, and she ends up making a fearless rune, as suggested by Jake. They try it on Alec, whose parents and sister arrive suddenly. Alec suddenly approaches his parents, saying he's seeing someone who is a downworlder. Magnus magically silences him before he says who he is dating and he's startled, as if he just woke up. Alec claims not to remember anything, and suddenly gets so nervous and defensive when asked who he is dating, leading them to believe that the rune actually worked. Everyone decides to sleep, but Jake secretly borrows Raphael's motorcycle and meets Valentine at a ship. Valentine offers protection to his loved ones if Jake joins him and comes back to Idris. Jake is silent, but the next morning, the Inquisitor comes to claim that Jake was with Valentine and threatens to kill Jake if Valentine does not return the mortal instruments. At Jake's denial, the Inquisitor once again imprisons Jake, planning to make a trade with Valentine, Jake's life for the mortal instruments. Jake tries to tell her that it will not work, which the Inquisitor refuses to believe as she devises a plan of revenge on Valentine because he killed her son. During this time, Maya is attacked by the demon of fear, Agramone, who comes to her in the form of her dead brother, while she is traveling to see Simon, after which Valentine kidnaps her. Clary and the others discover Maya's kidnapping and rescue her with the help once again of Magnus, but not before Valentine kills the newborn Simon. Jake manages to restore life to Simon by feeding him his blood, after which the Inquisitor appears. After seeing Jake's star-shaped scar on his shoulder, she begins to suggest something about who his parents are, then suddenly kills a demon that was attacking him. She dies during the process, leaving Jake confused at her sudden change of heart. Meanwhile, one of Valentine's demons kidnaps Clary and brings her to his boat, where Valentine intimidates her with the mortal sword. Jake and Simon find and rescue her, and Valentine admits that Jake only chose to fight on the Shadowhunter side because he loves Clary more than as a sister. He knew of this when Jake saw Agramone in the form of Clary dying the first time it met him, and Jake reveals he has killed Agramone the second time he met it in the form of Valentine. Jake throws Clary's steel to her and Clary quickly makes an opening rune on the ship's metal, which causes all of the ship's pieces to open up, making it explode. Clary falls in the river and is saved by Nixie as the Sealy Queen sent to help. The group escapes by truck, where Simon discovers that Jake's blood has made him a daylighter, a vampire that can tolerate the sun's heat. After a talk with Luke about love and his regrets of not telling Clary's mother how he felt about her, Clary finally decides to tell Jake of her love for him and sudden change of mind to start a relationship needless of its consequences. However, before she can say anything, Jake tells her that he will only act as her brother from then on, breaking her heart. As Clary reels from this, she meets a woman who introduces herself as Madeline, one of Jocelyn's friends, and says that she knows how to wake up Clary's mother. Cover and title: the cover features Clarissa Frey. The title refers to the City of Ashes, which is described in the chapter of the same name as the Silent City after Valentine and Agramone murder the Silent brothers and steal the mortal sword. Reception: the Duluth News-Tribune praised City of Ashes, calling the book gripping. The School Library Journal also praised the novel, comparing it to like watching a particularly good vampire werewolf movie. Kirkus Reviews enjoyed the book but warned that the incestuous overtones might be too disturbing for some. Commons and Media gave the book 4 stars, calling it gripping while warning parents of the violence and potential incest. 17 magazine gave a positive review, saying that the book was smart, funny, romantic. Film adaptation: a film based on the second book titled The Mortal Instruments, City of Ashes was planned for production in 2014, but was eventually scrapped in favor of a TV adaptation of the series. References. External links. The official Mortal Instruments website, Cassandra Clare's official website.